Howdy, I'm Darren Flynn from the University of Calgary. I love dialects, and so I've just made a short video that showcases a special feature in one of my favorite dialects. It's Eastern Kentuckian. Now, I live nowhere near Eastern Kentucky, but I've come to love that accent thanks to the magic of YouTube, let's say. Take John Sparks. He's from Olive Hill, Kentucky, which is a 2,200-mile drive for me from here. But I've gotten used to his voice up here in snowy Alberta because he happens to be one of my wife's favorite YouTubers these days. So what I've done is I've clipped one of his videos down to a dozen seconds to illustrate how the word oil is pronounced in Eastern Kentuckian.
So I'm going to share with you the 6 oils that I use. This is one of our essential oils. Our oils, and this is how you'll know what type of oil it is. It'll always say it on the side. This is one of our essential oil. And there's where it says essential oil. The types of oil will always be on the side.
Now, it's not just the word oil that's pronounced this way in Eastern Kentuckian, it's the sound sequence oil. And you can find that sound sequence in other words like boil. So for instance, here's a dozen seconds of a video of some outdoorsmen in southeastern Kentucky who are racing to see who's fastest at starting a fire and boiling water with it. Now, the man from behind the camera in this case is Robert Hall. He's an avid YouTuber. And pay attention to how Robert pronounces boil with a long O that is pretty much the same as the long O vowel when he says rolling, blow, and lower. Okay?
And you got to boil 8 ounces of water. The first one to boil the 8 ounces of water. First rolling boil. I think Brian's going to blow his to a boil here real close. How you know you're not to a boil already? If that had been lower, I think he would have come to a boil a lot quicker.
Speaking of the Eastern Kentucky pronunciation of boiling, here's Tori Bowling. She's a horticulturalist from Boyd County, Kentucky, and she's talking about soil.
As far as the soil in our county, I have taken soil samples, or I have soil samples actually brought into this office under their soil to get a good garden. They offer some kind of soil sampling service. Our soil conservation office for that soil sample to bring me a soil sample.
Next up is another illustration of the linguistic treasure that is YouTube. This was a half dozen or so years ago. There was something that trended on YouTube called the accent tag, where basically dozens of people agreed to state where they're from and read a bunch of words in their native accents. So here's a quick example from 2 sisters-in-law in southeastern Kentucky.
I was born in South Carolina and moved all over the place from South Carolina to Kentucky, then to Alabama, then to Kentucky again, then Tennessee, then back. But anyways, you get the you get the picture. But anyhow, so my accent's a little twangy and mixed up all over the place, just like how we moved around. And then you tell them about yours.
Southeast Kentucky.
Okay, wash.
Wash.
Oil.
Oil.
I guess some people say oil. Caught.
Caught.
Caught. Yeah.
Caught.
All right. Aluminum, like aluminum foil.
Aluminum.
I don't think you can say it no other way. Questions. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house?
TP.
And I didn't know this.
Finally, I'll leave you with a good word from Gabe, who was one of the people who did the accent tag all those years ago. And he said this after posting a video himself pronouncing ol, toilet, and so on.
Eastern Kentuckians are getting kind of tired of being made fun of because our accent's pretty cool, but you know, can't all be up north perfect talking, you know, that general thing. But yeah, see y'all.